back. Our Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. Hey there, Dan.
Hey there, Aaron. Looks like a nice new fire truck to roll around.
Oh, yeah.
You can be
nice and shiny.
Gonna get in there, have a parade maybe. Sounds like fun.
Don't let me.
They'll let you. Let's take a look at our last month's worth of temperatures. So far this month, we've had a pretty warm start followed by a pretty chilly weekend, but I want to look back at some of the April temperatures. We didn't get a chance to take a look at those and talk about some of those. So what we're looking at here are the average temperatures. So those are every day's highs and lows added together, then averaged out throughout the month, and then comparing that to a normal value. And keep in mind that those normal values were updated this month with the new 30-year normals that we talked about a couple weeks ago. But Salinas, 57 degrees or so, was pretty close to normal. Same in Monterey, pretty close to normal. And Ben Lomond, pretty close to normal. We did have a few anomalies, though. Watsonville was about 2 degrees below normal. And King City was about 2 degrees below normal, whereas Gilroy is about 2 degrees above normal. I think all that happened because we had a little bit less of a strong northwesterly flow, which is typically what we see during the month of April. So that allowed, the lighter winds allowed for some of those clouds and cooler temperatures to swirl into Watsonville occasionally, but also didn't make it over the hill into Gilroy, so Gilroy ended up being a little bit warmer. So some interesting temperature trends out there, and we are seeing a warming trend right now as high pressure is moving in from the west. Now there is a weather system well off to the north, and that's not going to affect us directly, but eventually a system is going to dig down behind this high. It's going to flatten out over the next couple of days, and let's kind of look at that here on our next Weather Maker FutureCast here. And we'll see a trough dig down the coast later on the week. That's the bluer temperatures and the dip in the lines that you're seeing right here. And as we head into Thursday and Friday, it's actually going to bring some rain and snow to the Sierra Nevada, so some much needed precipitation there. Unfortunately, it's not really going to impact coastal California all that much. With that said, we could squeeze a little drizzle out of it. There's some indications we could see an isolated shower to some of the interior coastal ranges like the Diablos come Friday afternoon. So that's something I'm watching toward the latter portion of the week. But at the moment, we are still in our dry season. And also as this thing moves in, we're going to see the winds pick up again, and there's already a gale warning in place for the near coastal waters of Monterey County, from Point Pinos and Pacific Grove down to Point Piedras Blancas, just past the San Luis Obispo County line. That starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and then lasts through 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Would not be shocked to see that extended, given that I expect most of the rest of the week to be fairly windy. So we look at FutureCast right now. Overnight, clouds will thicken back up. Could squeeze a little drizzle out of it, but it shouldn't be as productive as it was this morning. And we'll wake up to low clouds, perhaps not as deep into our inland valleys as we saw this morning. But later during the day tomorrow, lots more sunshine than we've been seeing. We'll see a few low clouds linger on the south side of the bay, but most of us seeing quite a bit more sun than we have seen since probably before midweek last week. So enjoy that sunshine, soak it up, and temperatures will be heading up accordingly with upper 70s in Boulder Creek and Ben Lomond, mid 70s in Scotts Valley to Felton, and even low 70s down on the beaches in Santa Cruz County tomorrow. So that should be pretty nice, at least on the north side of the bay. It'll be a little bit cooler as you head over to Aptos, 69 tomorrow, and then much cooler to Marina and to Castroville with winds coming in off the water there. But Watsonville comes to 70 tomorrow, and Salinas gets into the upper 60s. It'll be even warmer in the northern valleys, but the Monterey Peninsula is somewhat cool with northwesterly winds off the water, keeping us in the low 60s for the most part. We'll top out at 62 in Monterey, which is still cool for this time of year, by the way. Farther to the south, as we head to the Salinas Valley, we'll see highs in the 60s from Gonzales, but mid 80s in Bradley, so it'll be a big temperature change as you head south on 101. Both Big Sur and Carmel Valley sitting in the low 70s tomorrow, looking pretty nice. Over the next 7 days, temperatures still staying a little cool on the coast, and the winds will be there as well. And as I mentioned, there will be a trough of low pressure coming down the coast this weekend or into the weekend. And we're watching on Friday for maybe a shower or two over the inland hills, but don't expect widespread rainfall. Other than that, kind of a cool weekend. It looks like we're going to warm up out of the weekend, though. Inland areas also cooling down. Your normal high should be in the mid to upper 70s this time of year, so we'll be well below that for the next 6 days at least. The winds will be blowing in the valleys every afternoon, and we are watching Friday afternoon, and then temperatures expected to warm up out of the weekend. Aaron.